I hope you guys can join if you're listening to this. Uh, there's some topics that I'd like to talk about. And as pointed out by my friend, I'm gonna try and look at Facebook as well. Because for some time I have not been able to check out the comments or the people chiming in on Facebook. And so tonight I'm gonna try out exactly that. So I'm I'm sharing it on Facebook and gonna open the live video and make sure I see the comments that you guys put in there. Right. Anyway, while I'm doing that, let me start with the introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, Miggy 3D. I am the Schizo, the podcast uh, person. Yeah, if you don't know me yet. And this is episode 47. Yeah, that's right. And still going. I'm not sure if I'm going strong, but I've just been doing this for quite some time, and I like sticking to a schedule. This has been the schedule for quite some time now. Every Tuesday and every Friday, even though it's a holiday today, Ninoy Aquino Day, which I am gonna, well, maybe more on that the next topic, but uh, I don't. Yeah, so even on the holidays, I still do this. So yeah, you can count me on that. Some few topics that I've written down that I'd like to discuss, and some of them could be very, I don't know what you make of it. Maybe X-rated, or maybe very controversial, or maybe something that people will not have a lot of good opinion about. But let's just go ahead and go with it. For some reason, I cannot open the page. Huh. Let me just. Anyway, first in the topic is of course the. Okay, so I didn't really get this idea out of thin air. I got this from Ben Shapiro. So he did a culture deconstruction about the song of Cardi B and Megan the Stallion. Right. It's a very popular song now, obviously because it has over 50 million views in just 48 hours. So it was a fast song to get attention, right? I'm not sure about the Hello of Adele if it broke or if it's over that mark, but it's impressive nonetheless. And so I'd like to think that it's something, especially looking at the video, it's something that I don't approve of, right? So with the video, it's very sexualized. It's again, this is my opinion, but it feels like it's women are being objectified in that video. Cardi B showing her boobs without the nipples. She's covering her nipples, but basically her huge D or F cups are there for everyone to see in that video. And the song that she was singing, or the song was all about, wet ass pussy. Okay, I'm not. I mean, I can say that, right? So wet ass p, yeah, it's WAP, and it means wet ass pussy, right? And I think a lot of people are, based on the number of views, a lot of people are into it. And a lot of people are commenting as well. A lot of news media outlets, especially the entertainment ones, or maybe they are just virtue signaling. They are saying that it is a song that is very empowering to women, right? It is a very important culture, and a lot of people who hates it, they were saying, not my words but theirs, they're saying that it is. Those who are against it are basically what do you call this? Should be canceled, and they are not, like they're not open minded, something like that. And so basically, they're saying that this piece of art, this song, WAP, which is talking about uh, how their pussies are super wet, that you need a bucket and a mop to clean it up, and all that stuff. They're saying that this is something that is supposed to be accepted by everyone all over the world, and this is actually empowering to women. And I'd like to know from the audience, or for people around who is watching this, maybe, or just give me a comment. Is it really empowering for females to sing about, or maybe just tell people about how wet their vagina is, right? Maybe that's a better word, vagina than pussy. So their vagina being wet, is that empowering, right? Because I know in bed, it's it's kind of a thing, right? Yeah, the you kind of announce to your partner that if you're a female, you're announcing that, oh hey, my vagina is wet because of because of the interaction that we're having, because of the intercourse, because of the non-stop movement of your hips in in the private parts of the female. And so I guess this got me curious if it is really empowering. Uh, I don't know. I don't know if a lot of people will agree to that. Maybe it's just the U.S. and maybe it's not yet in that frame of mind in the Philippines. But if they're saying that it is empowering, and it's just that, maybe it's just taboo right now. That's why it's not empowering. That you get like uh, people will look at you negatively, or will look at you as a slut if you say those kinds of things. But if not, is it really empowering to women to do such a thing? I don't know. That's why I'm asking. It could be, it could be, it could be it could be an empowering thing to do something that is taboo. Something that is not allowed. It's kind of empowering in that sense, maybe, or it's something that it makes you feel like no rules can hold you back. You can do whatever you want because this thing that's taboo, I can do that. So it makes you feel empowered. Is that the case? I don't really know because I'm not a female. Obviously, for a guy, I would never know what it feels like to have a pussy or have a vagina. Is it really empowering in that sense? And my second question is, which one there is empowering? Is it empowering to be wet just like that? To be dripping wet in the vagina? Is that empowering, or is the empowering part is that you can say something that is not allowed? My guess it's the latter. I don't really know if it's empowering to be wet when it comes to sex, but times have changed. It could be that as well because maybe they're trying to make it acceptable to talk about something like that. Is that the case? I don't really know. This is really a question. This is not a rhetorical question. I am not proving a point here. I just really want to know. And I've mentioned before that I do not really agree with this. If I have a daughter and and she's gonna be singing about WAP, about how wet the P word is, about how wet the vagina is, I am gonna disapprove of that. Um, it's just it's just the way it is. I think this is not a very dignified. This is not a behavior that demands respect to men. And if you think otherwise, then I'm happy to talk about that. I'm happy to debate on you or debate you on that. But just to me, I don't think telling people how wet your your vagina is something that actually empowers a girl, a woman, women. I think what deserves or what really empowers women is respect, and how you acquire or how you deserve that respect comes in different ways. And I can tell you, talking about how wet your vagina is, in my opinion, not the way to go. Yeah, so that's my opinion on that. All right. Well, nobody's chiming in, so let's just move on to the next one. The next that I'd like to talk about is the crazy thing that we're doing as well, not us, but the way our government is trying to govern us. And it's very crazy because I think all the measures that has been done, like the face shields, the barriers for the motorcycles. Just for example, these motorcycles, it was said that it's supposed to be mandatory, but now recently they said, okay, you don't need it anymore, and now the face shields, they're talking about making it mandatory, and I am very suspicious that in the next few weeks or months it will be. And this is, we're talking about a scenario where the Philippines does not have the vaccine yet. Sooner or later they're gonna find out that face shields, is not really the way to go. It's not really something that protects you, or it's not something that prevents the spread of the virus. I think the government is just going with, this is my friend Maxi's words, they're going with knee-jerk reaction. And I don't like that. They're just, if something happened and they're gonna go like, oh, okay, I think we're getting a lot of flack right now with the Filipino people. Maybe we should do something. And what they're doing is basically they're doing something that, out of fear of getting a lot of flack, or maybe they're just doing something for the sake of doing something. They don't really do any research. As you can see, obviously, that they're not doing any research about all the things that they're trying to pass in the Senate about the face shields, the face mask, and all that type of shit. So they're just basically going with their gut feeling. No research. They do not read anything. They do not ask anyone from the experts. Nothing like that. They just want to do something for the sake of doing something, and that is very terrible because, for obvious reasons, it's just gonna, for one, it's gonna cost us, the Filipino citizens, normal citizens, a lot of money because, like, for example, the motorcycle drivers, they were. Oh yeah, Marv, thank you. Oh, I saw it now. Marvin just commented, thank you very much. But yeah, I think this government, the government is just trying to do things out of fear from us. It's crazy how we're now in a place we're gonna pay more money, like the as I was saying, like the motorcycle people, right? So they were advised to use barriers, like the glass barriers behind them when they're doing a passenger type of a service. And so of course they bought it. They do not have a lot of money, of course. So since it's something that's what do you call this? It's mandatory. They had to buy it, and since they bought it, of course that's gonna take a lot from their actual savings. And now that it's removed, that's no longer mandatory. That it's no longer needed. What are they gonna do about it? They can't sell it anymore because it's no longer needed. So what it's gonna be is just waste for people. It's no longer gonna be something that's gonna be used at all. And considering like way back, we're talking about plastic wastes. Dapat di tayo gumamit ng plastic. We should reduce our carbon footprint and all that. But with all these face shields that's coming out, with all these the barriers that came out, which we no longer need, they're all made of plastic for financial reasons, because plastic is cheaper than any material that we can find for something like that. And now we're buying all those things, and sooner or later maybe we'll see that on the ocean, we'll see that on the sea, choking some of those fishes or choking some of the seagulls. And it's gonna be a huge problem for us. We're no longer gonna be someone who will be I don't know, accountable for the things that we do. What are we gonna say after that? We're just gonna be like, oh, we needed something to protect ourselves. But my thing is, we should at least do some research before we tell the Filipino people, we tell our constituents that, hey, we should do something about this. If they're just gonna tell us to do something without any research, then that's bullshit. We're gonna go. We're not gonna go anywhere with that. At least tell us why, the reason why we're gonna do that, why it's needed, and why is it something that is mandatory. You have to let us know, right? Yung pilosopong sinasabi nila, like, pag sinabi bang kumain ka ng tae, kakain ka ng tae, this is exactly it. So basically, the government is telling us to do something without reason, without any proof of it being effective. We don't know, because there's no research about that. I actually know about the reason. I mean, I've read about it. There's this person who got infection. He was saying, this is what he's saying. He's supposed to be a doctor. He was saying that he went through all the flights with a mask on. Given this was before the pandemic really spread, so he went on a flight. He was using a mask, and he said he was very diligent. He did not remove the mask all throughout the flight. He didn't even eat because he was scared of the COVID. And then eventually, he still got the COVID. So what he was saying was he got the COVID through the ice, and which is crazy. And now we're wearing face shields, probably because of that statement, because they don't know what the hell happened to them. And I think it's just easier to blame other things rather than blame it to yourself. I mean, maybe the COVID going through the ice is just 0.0001% of happening. This is not something that we should buy 35 pesos, 40 pesos for each one just to get out, just to get on with life. I mean, we should have a little bit more sense than that. We should have a little bit, common sense. Let's not do something that people just, let's just throw this headline and let's do something about it. For all I know, it's just China, or maybe some I don't know who it is, because of course a lot of those face masks are coming from China. So who else is benefiting from all these things? China. And this is not what we're supposed to be doing. We should be helping ourselves. We should be, as a government, maybe as a government official, we should be helping each and every one of us, the Filipino citizens. But what this is doing is we're only helping those manufacturers from China who is supplying us all those materials. I don't even know. It's not a good thing. I don't really like it. It should be I mean, face masks should be enough. Face shields should not be, it's like double protection, as I've said before. It's like wearing a condom twice, it's like a two-ply condom. It's not really needed. I mean, you could do that, to be extra safe, but it doesn't really make sense for me, you know. So that's all I have to say about that. And I don't think people are gonna people are gonna be thrilled. I mean, when I posted about it, not a lot of people are thrilled about that anyway. So uh, I think a lot of us are not really happy with this thing, and uh, that's all I have to say about that. I don't want to that will garner a lot of. By the way, Marv, thank you. What is that? What is that bunny comment? I don't get that. Yeah. Um, yeah. So let's talk a little bit about NBA. I like the NBA. I'm sure you guys like that too. Um, let's talk about how the Lakers beat the Blazers in a blowout fashion, right? And the Clippers losing to the Dallas Mavericks. I like that. I think those are two teams that a lot of people are following. The Dallas Mavericks are a great team. I like Luka Doncic, and I hate the Clippers for some reason because they have a lot of it's just they're talking trash to Dame. I like Dame, and the Clippers are trying to talk trash to Dame, and I kind of hate Paul George because of that, and also Patrick Beverly. But yeah, it's good that they lost. Will the Dallas Mavericks be able to beat the Clippers? They have a chance. They really have a chance. I think they have the talent to do that. They do not have the experience, however. Luca and what's the name of the guy? Porzingis. They have 2 games of playoff experience. 2 games. Yeah, that's the previous 2 games with the Clippers. So they do not have a lot of playoff experience. So that could be a factor along the way. But with the way things are going now, I mean, they were beating the Clippers when Porzingis was out, and they just lost the game. I think this is what I think. I think they lost because Porzingis got ejected, which is the referee's fault. And I think they have the chance. And I'm rooting for the Dallas Mavericks to beat the Clippers. For the Lakers, though, I am rooting for the Lakers right now, but I'm not a Lakers fan by any means. I think Lakers fans are very entitled. That's why I hate them. But right now, Anthony Davis is with the Lakers, and I am a huge Anthony Davis fan. And I would love to, I'd love for him to win a championship, at least maybe one. I used to root for Chris Paul to win a championship, but I don't think that's happening because even though the Thunder are rising above expectations, they're not going to be a championship caliber team. They're not even close to being a championship caliber team. They're getting blown off by the Rockets as of the moment without Russell Westbrook, so I don't think they are that good enough. So yeah, the Lakers is my chance. I hope they win, and I also kind of hate Michael Jordan because of all the hype that he's getting, especially after the Last Dance. And so I'd like for LeBron James to overtake him in the GOAT conversation. Will that happen? Maybe it's possible. It's possible that LeBron James overtakes Michael Jordan. I am not sure. It's possible, but if he does, then great. I'd love for that to happen. I mean, I love LeBron. He's kind of paranoid. He makes a lot of excuses, especially in social media when he loses a game or like a crucial game championship. But he's good. He takes care of his body. He knows work ethic is the way to go. So yeah. But he's mostly a guy who is gifted physically, and that's a huge reason why he is successful even at this point, even at his age, 34 years old, which a lot of people hasn't done yet. I mean, could you argue that LeBron is the GOAT because he's the only one to beat something that a lot of players has not beaten, which is time. They say time is undefeated, but apparently LeBron is saying that it could be beaten, right? Right now he's doing amazing things at the age of 34, so he can I guess he can do it. Yeah. Anyway, so that's all I'd like to say thank you very much for those people who watched. Marv, I don't know if you're trying to say something here. I don't know what is this emoji, but yeah, thank you for watching. And until the next time, man, I'd love for you guys to maybe tune in and contribute. Maybe do some comments, and I can maybe discuss with you commenting and me talking about it. So yeah, that's all I'd like to say. Anyway, Mickey 3D. I am the Schizo podcast. This is episode 34. Yeah. No, 37.